All right, so let's start. So I'm assuming we all have this drawing ready. Myra, don't have time to see your drawing. I've seen everybody else's because you managed to come a little early. I'm hoping you have a good drawing in front of you.
Yeah,
So,
I have drawing.
yeah, I do. I know you have a drawing, but I haven't checked it. Now, today's class, you can either use watercolor or poster color or acrylic colors. So any water-based medium is fine. We're going to set the palette already, which is just a bunch of 5-6 colors. And these are fall colors. So we're going to paint an autumn forest. So the colors we need are brown. So for example, a burnt sienna is good. So keep it out. We shall need a yellow ochre. If you don't have a yellow ochre, a lemon yellow is also fine, or any other yellow. Yellow ochre is preferable. It is a dull sort of yellow. Burnt sienna, which is brown. Yellow ochre, which is a kind of a... Can we stay on mute until I finish the instructions?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you a question. Is the brown we're supposed to use more? Sorry, it's echoing. Wait.
Okay, have a look at the shades I'm holding up. If you can match something close to it, it's fine. If not, it's also okay. I'll take the reddish one, Viraj. Yeah. So we have yellow ochre, we have brown. Now pick a green which is not too bright. So I'm taking a sap green. So I'll open it and show you. It's like a dull...
I have a question.
I'm not taking questions. I'm not taking questions. So a dull green. Just have a look at the screen. It's simple. I mean, my 5-year-olds did better yesterday. Look at this shade on the screen. Something that is close to this is fine. Otherwise, use whatever you have. Yes, Sia. So green, brown, yellow. Those are your 3 main ones. Then keep a black out. I hope you don't need to see what shade of black. And keep a white out. If you have lemon yellow as well over and above the yellow ochre, you can keep that. If not, it's fine. And your deepest blue, I'm using a Prussian blue, but whatever is your darkest, deepest blue, it could be ultramarine, cobalt is fine, but darker than cobalt will also be nice. So Prussian blue or a deep blue, keep that out. So that is your palette for the next 2 weeks, this week and the next week. Okay. Okay, questions? Who wants to shoot questions?
Green is it?
Sap green. Yes?
Is
Ida?
Viridian fine?
Do you have another?
I have green, normal green, and then I have yellow green.
Hold it up against the camera. Yeah, take that. Ira?
Okay.
Yes?
Wait. Are there 5 colors?
1, 2, 3, 6. Black and white, Prussian blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just need to go get them.
Extra one would be a lemon yellow. Anybody else? Any other questions?
They're right there. Oh, sorry.
Any other questions? No, we're good? Okay, then we can start. So, we're all going to use a round, medium-sized brush. Now, I had painted half of this yesterday in another class. Who's posted something on chat? Really? My screen is frozen? Is my screen okay? It's all right, right?
Your screen isn't frozen.
All right. So, as you can see, this is what we are going to be doing for the entire paper. I'm going to show you this side, which is going to be very similar to this. The colors, as you can see, are not too dark, which means I have not used it directly from the tube or your jars. I have mixed the colors to create these colors, and I'm going to show you what the mixtures are. Let's start with your brown. Just take a little bit in your palette, very little. If you have a burnt sienna, which is what I'm using, take a little bit in your palette. A round, medium-sized brush, like a number 6 is good. Add water to it, please. So we want the colors to be on the watery side. We don't want it to be thick. So I have added about 3 drops of water to a tiny bit of paint. Colors need to be watery. Colors need to be light and bright. So that's your brown mixed with water. Stay on mute. Now to this brown, I'm going to add some either if you have lemon yellow, you can add some lemon yellow, or you can add some yellow ochre. I'll leave it to you. Just mix only half of the brown. If you want, you can take it out on another slot. Add some more water to that. So you have this yellowy brown, which kind of looks like ochre in itself.
So we mix brown with ochre.
Either brown with ochre or brown with lemon yellow.
Okay.
So you get a lighter shade of brown. No need to show me. The screen is in front of you. You guys can check shades. Now pick any tree, bush of your choice. I'm going to pick this one. And I'm applying it from the top as smooth as I can. Now there's a lot of reflection. Okay, there we are. Till about 3/4 or halfway into the tree or the bush that of your choice. Any one, it doesn't matter. All our drawings are a little different from each other, so it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to stop around there, midway to 3/4. Wash the brush off. Now I'm going to go back to the original brown and continue the painting. Little further down, but not all the way. I've still left a little space. Careful, keep the color within the lines, point your brush and make sure that the two colors are blended. So your paint should have been quite wet in order to blend it. If you want, you can clean your brush, just pat it between the two colors such that it blends. So it shouldn't look like top different color, bottom different color. It needs to have a slight transition. Do keep some space, a little bit space for the third shade. So the top is a yellowy brown, and then it turns into a regular brown. And that little remaining space, you can add a touch of black to the original brown, just a little bit of black. Black is very potent, so it will get dark very quickly. And the bottom you can pull up with the darker brown. So you see we have 3 shades in one tree or bush. This is to give the effect that light hits plants from above, making the bottom much darker. So same family of colors. From light to dark. Keep it well blended. Where the two colors mix, please blend it well, as well as you can. Fine.
So to blend it, can we add water at the edges? Like just to add water so it blends? Just a bit of water.
You could try that, but put very little water, Viraj. When you apply the paint, make sure, everybody, that your brush is soaked in paint and then you paint over. So that when it comes to the time of blending, it's quite watery on your page, so the water itself helps to blend. You don't have to do too much. So everybody, when you paint, soak your brush in whatever the color is and paint. Always keep your brush well soaked so that the blending then becomes easier, just because the colors would touch each other and then it would mix. For that, your paper needs to be wet, your paint needs to be quite wet. If the paper is dry, with the paint very dry, it doesn't blend. You'll get patches, you'll get strokes, streaks. If you're finished one, give me a thumbs up. Viraj, Ira, okay. Now, those of you who are done, you can try the same principle to say green. Oh, actually I'm going to do the yellow. You can try the same principle to the yellow. So for the yellow, the top, so how do you make the yellow even lighter? Like we took the brown, we made it lighter by adding yellow. How do you make a yellow lighter? Anyone?
Add white.
Yes, add white. So take a little yellow ochre. Sorry, have you all finished tree number 1 or bush number 1? Yes, Mahi, Sia, Arna, Shan and Ahan. Yeah, that's fine. Don't lift it, it'll drip. No? Okay, Shan, I'll wait. Ahan, you finished tree number 1? No? Okay, please finish. Those of you who are done, you can prepare your colors for the second one. Yellow ochre. Add a little white to make it lighter. Don't forget to put water. Keep the paint watery. Soak your brush in the paint. I'm going to apply it to this bush. So you see my yellow is very light. I've put quite a lot of white. Just for the top. And then light yellow turns into regular yellow, yellow ochre. Now how do you make the yellow dark? Anyone? What do you add to the yellow ochre to make it dark?
Brown.
Black.
Yes.
Oh, brown.
Black will turn it into green, which is also fine. It's like a dark, dirty chutney green. But you can also add brown, yes. So maybe that black brown that we had earlier, that we made for the brown tree, you could place that directly. That's a dark color. Shan, are you done with tree 1? No? Okay. I'll repeat tree 2, don't worry. You can also use a dry, clean brush for blending and then go round and round. It does help. Ahan, have you finished the first tree? Okay. Shall I repeat the second tree? It's yellow ochre. You add white and then you get the lighter tone on the top. The middle of the bush is yellow ochre. The third layer is brown, which is the same black brown that we used for this tree. We'll just use the same thing. Okay. Mahi, you finished this one? No? Okay. Arna, how's it going? Arna? Is it going okay?
I'm almost done.
With the second one? Are you almost done with
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right. Myra, your screen is off. I don't know what you have to.
Yeah. I'm just completing the second one. I'm like on the part where you mix the brown and
Okay, all right. Viraj, Ira, done with tree 2? Okay, you can.
I'm almost done with tree 2.
All right.
Just blending it.
Okay, those who are done with tree 2 can try the same principle with green. How do you make the green lighter, Viraj?
White,
White or?
yellow.
Yes. So let me give you an idea. So if you mix, look at my screen. If you mix white to green, this is the shade that you get. Okay, this one, the shade, this pale green. Now if you mix yellow to green, that is what you get. So you can decide. White to green, yellow to green. Fine? So now that you have your 3 colors, you can do all your combinations. You can mix even brown and green and see what you get. Green and yellow, yellow and brown, which we've done, black and green, black and brown, white and brown, and see. So you have these 5, 6 colors, mix black with it, yellow with it, and see what colors you get. And then you can finish all your trees in these various shades and tones. So I'm going to go ahead with my green. Do not forget to add lots of water. We want the colors to be watery and light. Don't use them directly from your pots or tubes. They are very, very strong. You could also have a tree which has got a little brown, a little yellow, a little green. They're fall colors after all, right? So you can play around with these colors. Keep it watery.
my black went a lot outside the tree.
Okay, so outside the line you mean?
Yeah.
Into the background?
No, into another
Another
tree.
tree? Okay, no worries. Let it dry and you can just paint over it. When you paint that tree, maybe you'll incorporate black into it. Yeah, don't worry. Point your brush, everyone, when it comes to the edges. Try to pick a tree which is far away from a wet tree so it doesn't bleed and smudge. Little bit of common sense. So to blend, you can also use a dry brush. Swirl it between the two colors, it should blend. Any questions, any doubts how to progress? Just combinations of these 5 colors, you should be able to get tints and shades. But experiment, see what you get when you add white to something, see what you get when you add brown to something else. So each tree and bush can have a different characteristic. Mix and match the colors in your palette, whatever is there, don't waste the paint. But make sure it doesn't get muddy and dirty. Each of the colors should seem fresh. Try not to lose the form of your lovely drawings. Keep the paint within the lines. Jump from one tree to another, which is further away from the wet tree, so nothing bleeds while it's wet.
I have a question.
Yes.
Which one is darker? Is it the Prussian blue or ultramarine blue?
Prussian blue.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't use blue yet, Ira. Blue is only for the background. Okay, your three
Oh,
colors
okay.
are yellow, ochre, burnt sienna, and sap green. So yellow, green, brown, and you mix it with the black or the white, or mix it between each other. But don't use the blue yet. Blue is for the background. Mahi, would you like to hold up? Can I see? Would it drip if you showed me? Okay, blending, Mahi, you need to work on. Your paper is thick, right? Yeah, all right.
Yes, it
The
is.
cartridge, yeah. Yes, so blending, I think there's not enough, keep it down, it's going to drip. There's not enough paint in your brush. So take a slightly thicker brush, soak your brush, lots of it in paint, and make puddles of paint on your paper so that you don't get any strokes.
Okay, yes.
And then the blending will also be easier once the two colors touch each other. Ahan, can I see yours, please? If it will not drip, that is. Can you hold it closer? Yeah, I like the colors. Very nice. Ahan, you've got nice bright colors. Keep it down. I want to also see lighter colors. They are all quite dark. The one which is at the bottom, the gray, the green, you need to blend it better between the light and the dark. Okay, so take a dry brush and see if you can blend the two colors. But otherwise, very nice colors. But I want to also see lighter tones, Ahan. They all were quite dark. Sia, can you hold up?
One of them will drip.
Okay, then I'll come back. I'll come back. Don't worry. Viraj, can I see yours? If it will not drip, that is.
I can just hold up my iPad and show it to you.
Yeah. I love the t-shirt, Viraj. It's like somebody splattered paint all over it.
Yeah, it's my favorite t-shirt.
Is that an art class t-shirt? Okay, Viraj, you need to blend your colors better, and I want to see lighter colors now. You've got quite a lot
Okay.
of dark happening. I need to see the lighter. The way to blend
Okay.
is when the two colors are wet and next to each other, you can use a dry brush and just, swish it around.
Okay.
Okay. Also keep your the forms much smoother. The edges have become a little jagged. Try to keep it as smooth and defined as possible. Thank you. Arna, coming to you.
Yes.
Can you hold it up, please? What have you done so far?
I think it might drip, so I'll just wait for a second until it dries.
All right, but make sure you show me. Myra, can you turn your screen on, please?
Yeah, I'm just.
Can I see right now, Myra?
It's kind of wet, so if it falls,
Okay. Shan, would you be able to show me? Yes, very nice, Shan. I like that. Just try to blend that brown with the lighter tones. Good, very good. Neat job. Ira, I missed you. Can you hold up or will it drip?
I'll just turn my camera around.
Okay. Very
This one I'm
nice.
still working on.
Yes, but very good job, Ira, with the colors and the shading. I also now want to start seeing lighter colors, okay? You've got them quite bright. Keep some of them
Okay.
also light. Good job.
Okay.
Okay. Sia, are you ready to show me or is it still wet? Sia, can you show Auntie now? Is it too wet? No? Okay. All right. Those who haven't shown me, you'll find a time to show me. Try mixing brown with white for a light tone on the top and see what color you get. You get like a portrait pink. Mix green with, oh sorry, black with ochre, you'll get like a dirty green. The tree trunks can be painted in the same colors. You can pick any of your leftover colors and paint it. If you need to change your water, please do. It will just help keep the colors clean. I'm just going to change mine and come back. Going okay for everyone? Do you need to ask me anything? Any tones you want me to explain that are on my painting? Okay. It's the same three colors mixed with either yellow or white or black. Nothing other than this palette.
How do you make pink?
You can mix brown, your burnt sienna, and add little white, you'll get a pink. Okay, so whichever tree or bush you're all working on right now, finish it and then put your brush down. Don't start a new one, okay? So if you've started one tree or bush, finish it. Don't start a new one. Keep your brush down. I want to show you how to do the background. Don't leave it half done, tree or bush, because once it dries then it's difficult to blend. So finish whatever that you're working on and then give it a pause. You can go change your water, clean your brushes, come back with fresh water. I'm going to show the background. Don't start a new one. Mahi, you finished something? Okay, you've changed your water? Okay. Everybody else? Ira's done. Ahan's done. Okay. Viraj is done. Arna, Sia, Myra, Shan.
I was actually working on something, but it's almost done.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done with refilling the water and cleaning the brushes.
Okay. Shan, close to completing something?
Yeah.
Okay. Sia? Done? Okay. So those of us who are waiting, you can take Prussian blue, just a little bit. Take Prussian blue in your palette. Add a lot of water to it.
My palette is completely full.
I don't know, find a slot. Prussian blue is quite dark, so it should be okay.
Okay.
I'm changing my water. It's like almost black.
Okay, yeah, go change and come. So mix Prussian blue with maybe about 5 drops of water. Just smoothen the paint out. It should still be dark, like that. And then just get ready. Keep that brush down, the one that you've used for the Prussian blue mixing, keep it down. Take a fresh brush. Shan's back. Viraj, you're there. Everybody's there. There's seats. Who's missing? Arna.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've all.
What do I do?
Okay. So take some Prussian blue in your palette, Shan. Mix it with water. Put about 4 or 5 drops of water. Mix it and keep. Come, Arna. So we've got Prussian blue mixed with 4 or 5 drops of water. Mix it well. See, it's still quite watery, but it's also quite strong, concentrate. Keep that brush down. What we need now, just watch for the time being, don't start painting. So I'm taking my clean water with a clean brush, and what I'm doing is I am wetting the paper in the background just for a small section like that. So just wet the paper. Whoops, my green is still wet over here. Right up to the side of your trees and bushes. So that's all I have wet, where I'm showing with my fingers. Please watch, no need to do it. You're only watching. Arna, please watch. So this much space I have wet with clean water. Now I'm taking my blue, just a little, and I'm going to drop it. You see, I'm dropping it just by the side of the trees and bushes. So by the side of the trees and bushes, I want that the blue is quite vivid and dark, right into all the little corners. Do not lose the shape of the trees. Now what happens beyond that is up to the play of the water. You don't need to do too much because you've wet your paper. The water will carry the rest of the paint. Okay? Do it only section at a time. Why? Because your paper just soaks up the water and then it's just dry before you know it. So do section at a time. By the side of the trees and the bushes, as you can see in the rest of the painting as well, the blue is nice and dark. As it goes further away, it's whatever the water carries with it. Okay, come, let's try. So keep two brushes. One is for the clean water with which you're going to wet your surface. Bring it nice and close, right next to the trees and bushes. It needs to just kiss them, touch them. Wet it well, otherwise the paint will not carry. And work only section at a time. And then you drop the paint only by the side, just by the side of the trees and bushes. And it should bleed. Now, if there is a reason why it's not bleeding, it could be one, because your blue did not have enough water mixed to it, or two, the paper is not wet enough. It needs to be the right amount of water. Please let me know if it is not bleeding and how we can maybe solve that issue. It should bleed. If your blue is well mixed with maybe at least 5 drops of water, it should bleed. And this is done for the entire background, including the little tiny spaces in between your trees and bushes. So there are a lot of white spaces that are left between the trees and bushes. The blue will come running over there as well, between the tree trunks, all the small crevices. Don't lose the shape of your trees. Don't let the blue eat up your trees. Please be conscious of the shape of your trees. You spend time drawing it. Is it working for everybody? The bleeding of the color? Is it not working for anyone? Let me know. I can talk you through it again. Is the color bleeding into the water? Try not to make it flat. Okay, we do need to have those lighter tones of blue and spaces of white in the edges of the paper. So don't make it completely blue, please. It just defeats the purpose, right? Ahan, Myra, Ira, Viraj, all okay?
Yeah, it's working fine. The bleeding
Yeah.
is okay.
Okay.
I'm doing good.
Okay. Ahan, you're okay? Okay. Make sure it doesn't go into the trees. If your trees are
My
still
paper
wet,
is soaked.
your paper soaked. Have you finished the entire background? No. Okay. It'll dry up, Shan. So now that you've started the background, I suggest that you just finish off in one go and come back and work on the trees. So next week's class, so for this week, your homework is to finish the background and all your trees and bushes the way we had done in class. Next week, we're going to add all the details of the branches and a few other bits. So let me show you. I had done a completed one. So this is what a completed one looks like, where we add just the tree trunks, branches. Shan, have a quick look. And just some, line work, some dots, some branches. So I've asked for some marker pens and also what we used last for your Zentangle class. You can use the same marker pens because it can get tricky to do some of this in brush, although I have done all of this in brush. But I leave the choice to you if you want to use brush or marker pens. So please finish the entire background and the trees and have this ready. And then next week I'm going to show you how to do each of the branches and the detailing to finish it. Fine? Understood, everyone? Any questions regarding today's class? No? Everybody is clear? So there should be basically no white left on your sheet for next week, other than maybe a little bit of white in the sky. All your trees and bushes need to be painted in the same color palette. Just make sure that the shapes are smooth, the edges of the forms are smooth. Don't compromise on that. You can always correct it when you do the background. So you can maybe bring the blue a little closer and maybe run it so that you have smooth edges to all your forms. Is it possible for anybody to show me artwork without it dripping? Yes, Ira.
I'm done with my background.
Shan, do you want to just dip your screen so Auntie can see? Okay, so Shan, I would like to see it a little darker, closer to your forms. So go back to your paper is soaked, right? It's still very wet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, leave it. Just go back to your blue and again drop it closer to your trees and bushes because it's nice wherever it is dark, it's looking nice. The rest of it is all.
Here it has gotten in a little bit, but then I'll just paint it over.
All right, yeah. But come, bring it closer to your trees and bushes, the dark blue. Okay? Do that right now when the paper is wet. Yes, Ira?
Some of my, sorry.
A little bit of the paint went into the trees.
That's
Same
okay.
for me.
Yeah, so once it dries, you could take a brush with water, clean water. Okay, let me show you because I have one of those replace spotlights. Hold on. Okay, I have a spot here. So let me see if it works. Let me put my words to test. So I'm taking a brush with clean water, a clean brush, clean water, and I'm going to just tease it. You see, I'm wetting it and I'm almost sort of wiping it off I'm wiping it off and then taking it off onto my paper here. So clean brush with clean water, wiping it off. You see, it's gone. The stains are gone. Got it? Just use water on a brush as if you would use an eraser and then you can take it off. And then wipe your brush off on your paper or surface or cloth or something so that it's only clean water that is touching the paper. Got it? Try, it should work. Anybody else who can dip their screen and show me? Yes, Ira. Let's see. Yes, Ira, your background needs to be much darker. So I would definitely, while the paper is wet, drop more blue, dark blue, just around the edges of all your forms. Come, quickly do that now.
Okay.
Anybody else? Those who've shown me can leave. Shan, Ira, you can leave. Thank you. See you next week. Finish the painting. Send me pictures before next week. Yes, Viraj, I can see yours. Yours is quite dark. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, Viraj, make sure that your forms are not compromised. So the edges of all your trees are a bit jagged.
Yeah.
What you need to do is just dip into your blue paint and run your brush smoothly around your trees. Anyway, the
Okay.
background is dark and your background is blue, so you may as well take advantage of that, yeah?
Okay.
So go by the edges of all your trees and please smoothen it out.
Okay.
Do it now, yeah. Anyone else who wants to show? No? Mahi, yes. Hold on, Mahi. Yeah, Mahi, your background also can be still darker. So you can, and I can see your paper's quite wet. So you can still drop dark blue right now while the paper is wet, just by the side, and try not to create a line, like an outline for your forms.
Okay, I will do.
All right. Okay, guys, I guess I'll see you all then next week. Those who can't show me right now, please send pictures. Okay, Arna, hold on. Yes, Arna, looking nice. Yes, very nice. It can get darker, I feel, closer to the form. So if you're able to do that, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Bye, rest of you.
I think my camera is also a little blurred.
Yes,
So
yes,
once I have finished it, I'll
yes.
send you.
Please send me a picture. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye, Ahan. Bye, Sia.